To excuse-proof fitness in the kitchen. Today we're going to be showing you some techniques on how to make food for several days. Make it quick, make it easy, using a crock pot. Derek's going to tell you what to do, so let's get to it.
Right, what's up? We're going to make some chicken and vegetable curry. And of course you can do just about anything you want with a crock pot, but this is a really quick and easy recipe to make. So here's what I like to do. I like to keep it as simple as possible. I'm in a hurry a lot of times. I don't want to take a lot of time chopping vegetables and making a really complex meal. So we have chicken, we have vegetables, and then we're going to make our sauce. So the crock pot here, just going to start out opening up the chicken. I'm not going to marinate these or anything like that, do anything special, because you're going to see how it all works out in the end. So take it, get the chicken breast in the bottom of the crock pot. So those will sit in there. Okay, I'll set that aside. The next thing I'll do is I'll put in the vegetables. So I have a few bags of vegetables. Here I have a stir-fry mix. So it's a mixed vegetable blend. Put a little bit of that on top. All around there. Alright, so that's good. Next thing I have some broccoli slaw. So this is some broccoli and some carrots that have been shredded up. Again, add a layer right in there.
That looks so tasty.
Yeah. And then finally some kale. Kale is a great vegetable, very good for you. I personally can't stand the taste of kale, but the great thing about this recipe is it's actually going to taste delicious when it all comes together, so you'll see how that works. So some kale. Make a nice layer on top, and I'll pretty much finish it off with the kale here on top. Alright, so you have your greens, you have a variety of vegetables, and you see that took about a minute to do. And this might seem kind of plain right now by itself, like it's not going to be very flavorful. So we'll kick it up a notch here and make a sauce for it. So for the sauce, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to use coconut milk as the base for the sauce. And I love onion, so we're going to chop an onion. This is the only thing that we're actually putting some work into. And then use our spices. So we're going to use a curry spice, and I like to add a little bit more of a hot spiciness to it. So I'll use some cayenne pepper in the mix. So the way I cut onions quick is just to take off the ends like that, and then I'll make a little indentation there and use that to grab the outer skin. And all of this can just be tossed in the trash, so we'll toss that in the trash in a minute. So using this, I can sit here and chop it up, but we're gonna make it in a blend, so any sort of small blender will work. So the base.
Can I say the hardest thing you've done here is open the can?
Yeah.
And chop the onion? Mm-hmm. It's the most time-consuming thing you've done. You've already made a week of food right here.
So that's going to be the base, and coconut products are great. They're excellent for fat loss, healthy fats, and it adds a nice creaminess to it. And when it mixes with the curry powder, you can use as much spice as you want to your taste. I kind of eyeball it. I'd say about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons is how much I use, and I like things really spicy. So when it mixes right there, this curry sauce is going to have almost a cheesy sort of flavor to it. And curry's great because it contains turmeric, which is very good, highly anti-inflammatory. I'll add in a little bit of cayenne pepper to taste. Cayenne pepper also very nutritious. And instead of sitting here and chopping up this onion we have here, I'm just gonna take a good chunk of it here, and since it's going in a blender, I'll just get a few pieces inside of there, and I'll let the blender do all the work for me. So that's good.
incredible technique, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Your cooking skills are just beyond amazing.
Blend it up. You can see it makes a great sauce. And then I'll use this as the base. And this, you can see it'll add almost a cheesiness to the recipe. All through there. It'll mix in. It'll cook together. And it'll add a great base of sauce. So you'll find that when it's all done, all the vegetables, the chicken has a wonderful flavor. Has those spices mixed in. You can add a little bit more water to it if you'd like. And when it's done cooking, since we're going to cook it on slow, that slow cooking will add a lot of moisture to the chicken breasts, and they'll just sort of fall apart. Everything will just kind of fall apart and form this wonderful chicken and mixed vegetable curry. So put the lid on and let's set it for 8 hours. You could also do it for 4 to 6 hours. We're going to slow cook it for 8 hours, and it'll shut off automatically on this crock pot. So you can see that took me about 5 minutes. I'll have very little cleanup, throw the stuff in the trash, wash this out, can put it in the dishwasher, and I have food that's going to last me at least a couple days, and it took not even 5 minutes to make.
That's incredible.